Welcome to second episode of This Week in Miami. My name is Byron Garcia. I'm here with my boy Alex. Where can they find you on X, sir?
TX_TSB, guys. That's where I'm at on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I like Twitter, but X is growing on me a little bit.
I don't know. I always tend to stay with Twitter. How you doing today, bro? Good.
Not bad, man. Had a few drinks on a patio after work. Forgot I had a commitment, but hey, here I am. It's work does that to you. When you work a whole day and you get kicked in the balls, you want to go have a cocktail, and that's what I did. So
Okay, that sounds good. I came, ate some pizza, and watched a few games, and it's still a work week, so not drinks quite yet, but we're getting there. We're
yeah,
getting there.
well, drinks won't hurt you, man. What'd you have on the pizza, buddy? Did you put pineapple on the pizza? You look like a pineapple on the pizza, motherfucker.
I am, but I did not this time.
I like pineapple on
Um,
pizza too.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
we'll take we'll,
So
we'll take suggestions. We'll take if you like pineapple on pizza, hit us up. Let us know on Twitter. Let us know on X or whatever social platform you're on. We're there too with you. All right.
yeah, yeah. So the apartment complex where I live has every once in a while they call them appreciation days.
That's very nice.
They gave us 50% off Papa John's, so I took advantage. And since it's just me by myself at the moment, it's lunch and dinner for 2 days. So talk about
Man,
eating on the cheapskies.
man, we're so simple, bro. Simple. Papa John's pizza and their little dipping sauce is phenomenal. All right.
Amazing.
So don't forget the dipping sauce. But it
Worth
feels good to be appreciated, man. That's nice to get 50% off. I wish my landlord did some shit like that. Like, hey, thanks for paying the fucking rent. Here's 50% off Papa John's, but whatever. You take what you get.
So, one interesting thing is you're out there in Texas. How was the
Man,
weather with Barrel?
you know what, man? It was a lot of threatening over here where I'm at, but nothing really came of it, man. So a few showers, few scattered showers here and there. Nothing crazy, man. But prayers up to my people in Houston over there, and then in the neighboring cities. Conroe, Katy, Beaumont. Those cities around there that got really hammered. Still a lot of people without power. Some flooding. So that's never a good sign, man. So prayers up to those folks over there in the Houston area. But no, man. Thankfully, where I was at, nothing got us. Just some rain that was much needed, man. Always welcome in the heat.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. The name of the show is This Week in Miami. Got a lot of things to talk about. Um, any place in particular that you wanted to start?
Yeah, man. Let's start with what's going on currently, and that's Miami Marlins baseball, man.
Last
uh,
weekend, they took 2 out of 3 from the White Sox.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, in extras, right? We took one in extras, man. A little walk off dong by
I think we
Berger.
took two in extras or just one.
Mm,
I think both were in extras.
maybe so, man. It makes sense. Two evenly matched teams, right? Two of the bottom feeders of the league, man. Unfortunately, I mean that's reality. That's where we're at right now. The Marlins did a little bit of what the Heat do in free agency, just kind of stood still and said, "Fuck it, run it back." And clearly, we don't have the firepower. We had a lot of We've been bitten by the injury bug, man. A lot of our starting rotation has been on the pine. Yuri Perez, Edward Cabrera, of course, Sandy Alcantara coming off that surgery. Braxton Garrett, Trevor Rogers has spent some time on the DL. So it's tough, man. It's tough. These are professional hitters. The hitters get better every fucking year. And you can't just plug and plug pitchers in and sign motherfuckers out the streets and expect to win ball games. So,
I
it's
mean, you can if their name are Trevor Bauer.
yeah. I'm not opposed to that, man. I would love that. At first he was a little rocky in that Mexican league, but clearly the guy. I mean, it's a fucking low risk, high reward situation. I don't see why the Dolphins, the Marlins front office hasn't made a move on Trevor Bauer. I'm fucking shell shocked, really. But you know,
I mean, he's been the clips that I've seen from the Mexican League have been absolutely disgusting, to say the
yeah,
least.
man,
He's calling out he's calling out what he's throwing to hitters,
the guy is
throwing it,
filthy,
still
bro.
striking them out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, of course, the competition in that league is, you know, day and night. But why not take a flyer on someone like that? I don't understand, man. Unless it's like absolutely Trevor Bauer saying no, I don't want to go to the Marlins, very well be, which could very well be possible, right? Maybe the front office has reached out, and he's like, no, fuck y'all. I'm staying here in Mexico, drinking my micheladas and margaritas, and maybe that's what he's enjoying. Who knows? But I know he'd love another opportunity in the majors, man. And it's just sad for one to see what he went through, right? Because obviously the guy is proven his innocence. So it's unfortunate that the league, for one, has treated him the way they've treated him. I'd love him. I'd love for him to have another opportunity, man. And I'd love to see him in a Marlins jersey. I don't know how realistic it is, but that would be fun. And it surely would have helped this year with all the injuries we've had to the starting rotation.
Well, I think that the Dollar General Marlins are probably in the basket of haven't reached out. I think he's trying to recuperate, a little bit of money, and I think that in the Miami Spirit, the ñoque barato budget we have isn't,
Yo,
yeah, isn't conducive to signing a player of his caliber. But um,
that kind of shit rubs off. The only team that's kind of deviated from that has been the Dolphins. And what do you know? They're putting themselves in a position to win now, which is
well, the Heat are big spenders. They're just big spenders in single items. It's not across the board.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. You're right. Now you put it that way, that makes sense.
yeah. So full transparency. This week in Miami, usually on Friday nights at 7:30. Due to scheduling conflicts, is being filmed on a Wednesday. So, um, we have right now is the Marlins have lost um the first two games in the series against the Astros. Um,
Hey,
but
but this
then
this is a team that's a contender every year. That first game was close. Um, you know, and I feel like that's been the case in a lot of games, man. The Marlins aren't as bad as their record indicates. I think the Marlins. I mean, we're not close to competing, but we're not as bad as our record indicates. We just had some bad luck, some bad injury luck this year. I mean, you can't deny it. You can't deny that we've had bad injury luck. We took a flyer on Anderson, and Anderson had his ups and downs,
he
mostly
was
downs,
DFA'd.
and now he's been DFA'd. But you gotta like what you see from the Dane Myers. Um, I don't know. I don't know how much Berger and Bell are going to stick around. I was hurt by the departure of Arise, but he's killing it in a team that's going to compete. So I'm happy for him in that sense. Um, but a lot of holes, and a lot of just kind of experimenting, see what's going to work. Fortes behind the dish is probably not the answer. Um,
Probably is not the answer, sir. He is not the answer.
yeah, not the answer, right? He came from what was it, Ole Miss, Fortes.
I don't know.
It's a good college baseball program, man, and maybe it's just development. The development isn't there. I don't know that. I don't know how how ranked where our farm system is as far as
Dead last.
dead last. So it starts from there, man. It starts from there. We're gonna have to get lucky, but we're gonna have to improve our development. We're gonna have to probably clean house as far as coaching is concerned. Maybe Skip will stick around, but I think a lot of guys should be shown the door. Very disappointing. I knew that AJ Puck shit wasn't going to work at the beginning of the season, and they just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. And I was like, "Fuck! How much more does he have to show you that the guy sucks and he can't start?" Um, So it's tough, man. Right now it's tough to watch, but at least they're going out there, and those young guys that are promising, like the Dane Myers and Jazz Chisholm, and you have a Nick Gordon that's flashy, and every now and then he'll give you a little spark. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. De La Cruz and Sanchez. They've been up and down. But hey, they go out there and they're scrappy, man, and that's why they lead the league in walk off wins, which is crazy to think. But um, it starts in the front office, man, and it starts with development, and then in rookie ball and A ball and double A ball, and um, it's just there's not a lot of the talent pool is very shallow. It's not deep. So I mean, I think we're far away from competing unless we start spending some money and really developing those guys in the farm system.
I think you hit it on the head. Um, and I'll be honest, I think Peter Bendix is a big turd that doesn't
Oh,
deserve
you
the
shared
position
you
he's
shared
in.
your disdain with Peter. Yeah,
Yes, listen, he's been a shit, whatever the fuck position he has. Um, he brought in two catchers in Betancourt. Sorry, not two catchers, two players. He brought in Betancourt. He's hitting in the 100s. He brought in Vidal Brujan, who hasn't really shown much. And then he traded Luis Arias for four
Venus.
players, three of which are no longer in the organization. And we're paying 90%, if not more, of Arias' salary. I think
Yeah,
all San Diego's paying is league minimum. So,
yeah,
what
yeah.
does that tell me? It tells me that he's a fucking retard. He has no idea how to run a baseball organization. He took the best piece we had and traded it away for nothing.
For
We
nothing,
have
nothing.
holes. We have holes everywhere, and we had pitching holes at the beginning. And we have Max Meyer, who is
Oh, I
in
forgot about
AAA,
Max. Tommy
in
John.
AAA to save his arm. Why couldn't he throw the innings that he's throwing down in AAA in the majors? We have Yuri, who was
He's still,
mismanaged
he's,
last season with the
yeah,
same
that's
game
true.
plan.
He's mismanaged, but you don't want to do the same with Max. He's coming off Tommy John.
It was the same. It was the same with Yuri Perez. They sent him down to the minors for art to save his arm, and where is he now? Tommy John surgery. So I think that this team is shit top to bottom. Beginning with an owner. We left one owner that was pinching pennies into another owner who's pinching pennies, and all they do is cry, well, the fans won't come. Well, no shit, they won't come. All you do is sell them short and try to sell us um, dollar Walmart steaks as prime cut at Morton's or Fleming's or whatever the greatest steakhouse you have in your city is. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
damn tired of it.
Fleming's is a good one. Bob's Chop House over here, Rick's.
Whatever the case may be, but it's shit. And you're trying to sell us shit as a prime commodity. You can't expect fans to come when
It is. It's
everyone's
basically the
behind the riot.
McRib. It's basically the McRib is what they're selling us. The McRib for a limited time.
Yes.
Uh,
Arias was a core second baseman. He did something that this team cannot do, which is put the bat on the ball.
yeah, yeah.
It's simple as that. And you say Dane Myers has been playing well. Do you want to know why Dane Myers has been playing well? He's been putting the bat on the ball. And he's gotten lucky. He's forced the defense, a few times or whatever the case may be. The point is, this team is ass right now. And Peter Bendix, aside from Kim Ang, because Kim Ang at the end of the day said, you know what? We have all these quote unquote prospects. They're trash. And she sold them as treasure nuggets to other teams and got us Jake Berger, got us Josh Bell, and we made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, we
And
did, man.
now you took the best piece we had and traded him away for nothing. It's the same thing the organization did with Christian Yelich.
You were getting back a healthy Jazz Chisholm at the beginning of this season. Yeah, they dropped the ball, certainly. And you're absolutely right, man. It's sad to see because, you know that the fan base is craving a good baseball team with the Cuban population in Miami, dude. Cubans love baseball, dude. But you know what they also love now? They love soccer and they love hockey. Why? Because the team is winning and they're fun to watch and they're producing.
Hockey's a bit of a stretch. There were like three people with pots and pans at La Carreta when the Panthers won. But when the Heat win, it's a party.
Yeah, dude. But do you see the turnout at that parade under a freaking torrential downpour?
Well, Miami loves an event, and you know this. If it's an event, they'll show. But the fact that it's a
In that
championship
in
event,
that in that inclement weather, dude. That was
well, I mean,
impressive.
how many
They
times have
were
you seen
excited.
how
They
many
were
times have you seen
excited.
Calle Ocho packed
They
in
were
inclement
excited.
weather?
They were excited about the run, and let's be honest, Zito has done with that organization wonders, man. Look, he's made them contenders, back-to-back Stanley Cup final appearances, and we finally hoist the cup. And then, you win the President's Cup or something the season before. We just get ousted by our in-state rivals. Shit like that, man. And this is a guy who's spending money now, and he's not afraid to spend some more. So I don't know. Maybe he needs to hang out with Marlins with Marlins front office and maybe shed some light on how to produce some winners, man. But it's tough to watch. But as a fan, and I've been a fan since since I've been since I could watch TV. It's tough to watch for sure.
No, no, I agree, and I watch it every night, almost as a masochist, because
Masochi.
it's yes, it's our hometown team, it's who we root for,
And every
um,
now and then they're going to surprise you.
yeah, and we go from a team who spends very frugally to a team that has spent so much that they're up against the salary cap and now cannot spend, and we have fans complaining that they're not spending, but they're not spending because they've already spent so much, and that is the Miami Heat. um we've had a few departures um from the team. The one of the biggest departures was Caleb Martin. I think the
When
Heat
you
offered him a, what was it, 565, or yeah, 365, something 65 million. The point is he ended up taking 32
from the
from the
Philly,
76ers.
from the 76ers, yeah, from
Yeah,
Philly,
his agent failed him real
miserably.
bad.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. But you can also his agent also got him an opportunity in Miami that many thought he didn't deserve. Um,
Actually, no. You know the story behind that one?
some rapper, J. Cole.
Correct. So
Yeah,
don't give his agent credit for that one. Give J. Cole credit for
his
that one.
agent, I'm sure, had a hand in it. But
Me
yeah,
and you
J.
could have
Cole.
done what his agent did.
Huh?
Me and you could have done what his agent did.
You know what? I've been thinking about that, bro. I mean, Rich Paul is dumb as dirt, but he's successful as fuck.
Rich
Uh,
Paul isn't even a lawyer.
I know.
The only reason that he's even in the position he's in is because LeBron has spoon fed him everywhere he's gone. That man does not know. That man does not deserve where to be where he is. In fact, the rules
Listen,
changed because of him. Now you don't need to be a lawyer to be an agent, which I think is completely ludicrous because all you handle are contracts.
I know. So you're gonna have to have some legal assistance or something. Maybe he's got a really good membership with LegalZoom, bro. Who knows?
The premier membership.
The premier package. Oh man. So yeah, but we retained Haywood Highsmith, which is one of the best on ball defenders in the league. And the guy can spot up and knock down a 3-2. I liked a lot what he gave us. Obviously, we brought back K Love. We extended Bam. Still some questions left to be answered. But I mean, I've said this every offseason. I have faith in Pat Riley and in our talent development and in our coaches. That young man Larson out of Arizona, I like him. I like his game. Ware's been playing great in the summer league thus far. I know it's a small sample size, but he's been playing well. I like his size. We also brought back TB Thomas Bryant, which is a good guy to have off the bench. A
I
good
don't
guy.
understand that. I don't
Huh?
understand that. I don't understand that move.
Yeah,
Why do you need three centers?
we got rid of Orlando Robinson.
Right, but we still have three centers on the roster.
We
If
had three
okay,
centers
so
the last season.
right, but now you have three centers and two power forwards.
Okay, you can maybe put Bam. Because remember, Bam is can play 1 through 5, bro. If we're being honest.
Yeah, but and I understand the need for size, but
Yeah,
for a
dude,
team that lacks
we were one of the probably the worst rebounding teams in the league.
right, but for a team that lacks a true point guard
Oh, we
and
brought
in
back.
terms of depth,
Hey, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but we brought back that was it Drew?
what
Uh,
don't listen, listen, listen.
he's a
That's a
point guard.
guy. That's a guy that we're picking up at our local park.
I
That's not
understand, but the time that he played, when he had a chance to play, he played well, and he got hurt. Um, I mean, yeah, but yeah, I know it's you're picking the out of the clearance bin, but you know,
bro. We're picking
one
out
of
of
those
the dented can section.
the what
We're picking out of the dented can section, bro.
at
That's where we're at right now.
at Publix. Does Publix have like a clearance?
No, we're picking out a dented can section at like
Navarro? Is this Navarro?
no at like Bravo supermarket or like
Oh, bro.
Presidente, somewhere in there or what is it oh my god, what's it called? The supermarkets on like A Street and like 127 or A Street and
The
97th
one,
Ave,
the
some of
one right
those
across the street from my Diaz apartment. What?
IGA foods.
Yeah, the bingo. Not Win Dixie. That's not even Win Dixie.
Fresco.
There it is. That's the one. Yeah.
Yes, well, Fresco's not that bad, but yeah, we're picking out a dented can section out of some place like that.
Drew,
Um,
Drew, Drew, Drew. Hold on.
Drew Smith, and it's spelled DRU.
Yeah, there it is. Smith, who's got freaking his hair is bingo.
He's not an NBA caliber point guard. He's
Oh wait,
and
we brought back Josh Richardson too, did we not?
yes, well, he opted in.
There you go, Jay Rich. Okay, so hold on. God, there's another dude, Jaquez. I love Jaquez, man. I'm glad we haven't moved him, although he's probably been in discussions. I'm sure people want him included in trade packages, but I have a feeling we're going to do something else before the season starts, and we'll be in a good spot. I hope we can maybe bring in Gary Trent Jr.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but I've everything I've heard is Riley's of the belief that what's holding this roster back is health and not talent. He's done it way too long, way too well for me to question him. But the fan
Yeah,
in me sees deficiencies in the roster for sure.
yeah, especially when there's other big splashes being made and within your conference, right? And you have a team with the Boston Celtics who are extremely deep, who
I still think Jimmy Butler can punk all the Celtics.
well, yeah, we know that the Celtics are soft. We know this. And we live fucking rent free in their head, dude. Rent free.
Absolutely.
And in
They
the
win their
entire
fucking
goddamn family.
they come party here. Like that's like
Yeah,
your city sucks that bad that you
bro.
gotta come party here.
I know. Yeah, yeah. It's whatever, dude. The Bruins fans are the same. Oilers were fucking all up in our mentions too when they were doing the parade. The Oilers fans were like, "Oh, look at that turnout," and I'm like, "Yeah." And we were like, "Yeah, where's your parade? When is your parade happening?" Okay, yeah, dude. People love to hate Miami squads, man. All right, so we're moving on from basketball, man. We'll see.
Yes. Something exciting is the Miami Dolphins announced their schedule for practices that fans will be able to attend. Um, Look them up on X, Twitter, whatever it is that you want to call it. The schedule is up there. There's a few practices. Let me pull it up here. There's a few practices that are big practices per se. Let me see here. The big one being um the Saturday, August 3rd, is a stadium practice. They have on July 28th is their like welcome practice. There's a few that are season ticket members only, and then they are allowing fans to show up for the joint practices, which I think is pretty cool. Um, what do you think about the Dolphins opening up actually quite a few practices to fans?
Practice. Talking about practice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Man, whatever, dude. It's football. That just means we're closer to the start of the season. I'll be honest. I don't look at the fucking practices. Now, if I were living down in Florida, it'd be different. I might attend a few of those, right, just to kind of get an idea of where the how the new pieces are gelling, how we're working together, how the units are looking individually. How the new additions, like the Kendall Fullers and the fucking Jordan Poyers, how those guys are kind of gelling and working together and communicating. That's fun to watch when you're there. Something that we'll probably be looking at, of course, in that preseason game that we hope we can all be there for against the Buccaneers at Raymond James. Um,
Pop quiz, hot shot. When is the first day football comes back?
the Hall of Fame game,
Which is
around the fucking corner, I'm guessing. It's pretty close.
August 1st. People, mark it down. August 1st.
August 1st. August 1st. So yeah, man, that just means that we're getting closer to football season. But here in Texas, man, I'm gonna be tuning in to guys like Jeff Darlington, Omar Kelly, those guys,
Dave Hyde.
huh?
Dave Hyde, Barry Jackson.
Barry Jackson, yeah, the Jason Sarneys, those guys that are going to be covering the Finns, and there's a really cool new podcast out there that they just had the Cheetah on their podcast, which is pretty cool. And these guys follow me on X. So what's up? Big shout out to them. Congrats on landing the Cheetah on that podcast. That's pretty cool.
There's also a really good podcast that happens on Mondays. It's called the Dolphin Chronicles. Oh,
That's
that's
ours.
right. That's ours. That's
That's
ours.
ours.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
yes,
hold on.
yes.
I want to give credit where credit is due. These guys are phenomenal. Let me go find them real quick, and I'll tell you.
Yeah. So, like, as Alex mentioned, I think that we do have the Dolphin Chronicles, and I think we are going to go live with some special episodes at the preseason games. I know that um, one of them is against Atlanta, and the other one is against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
It's the
Uh,
dive bar pod guys.
okay.
That's they have an episode there with Cheetah, man. Pretty awesome that these guys who are fans just like us are able to interact with our prized possession in Miami right now, Tyreek Hill. So that was pretty cool. If you go check them out, it's the dive bar pod at the dive bar pod. You also have some really good podcasts out there, man. I'm just trying to bring up the Dolphin X community, man. There's a lot of awesome fans that are not just casuals that really kind of care about our Fins and care about the community. There's a lot of good shows out there, man. Dolphins. What is it? Hold on. I'll get the other one.
But yes, we're gonna be making some appearances. Um, One on the road in Tampa, one at home at one of the two home games. I believe it's the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Washington game.
Yeah.
Um, but
Fins
yeah,
Factor, Fins Factor podcast is another one. And check out dolphinstalk.com. Those guys put together a great podcast as well. So we're just right now we're a small little fish, but we're working hard. We're trying to make things happen. A lot of these folks that are the personalities for these shows we interact with as well on a regular basis. So hoping that we can collab with some of these guys and bring you some exciting content from our house to your living room, baby, or your office, wherever you may be watching. So fun stuff coming, man. We're really excited. Byron's got some great ideas, some more giveaways, man. Remember, I got a bunch of stuff that we're going to give away, maybe raffle off as well. We're feeling generous. So
Yeah, absolutely. We have some interactive also events that we're looking forward to, with prizes, as Alex said, to winners, hoping that fans can dethrone us, and win that merch. But as you know, Miami's an event city. We love
yeah,
events. And
in a
then
city that never
Sunday,
sleeps, baby.
yeah, Sunday we have the Copa America final at Hard Rock Stadium. It is now officially Argentina versus Colombia. We had hoped to see both Suarez and Messi in the final, but it'll just be Messi playing in the final. We expect a nice big crowd for that event.
Sure, wherever
Um,
Messi goes, he's going to draw a crowd. So excited that he continues to have success, man. I mean, this guy is one of the most humble individuals, the athletes that I've seen. I haven't had the honor of personally interacting with him or meeting him in person, but this guy deserves everything that's coming to him, man. And I'm excited that he's got this opportunity again to shine on the national stage where he was most criticized before winning the World Cup was his production on the national team, and now he's done it all. And now it's just going to continue to add to his legacy, and it's fun to watch. And we're happy that he's doing it at home now, right? Because he can call Miami his home at Hard Rock Stadium.
yeah, yeah, and one of the few guys that can sleep in his bed for the final. I think Hard Rock holds 60 and change. And
That'll be filled to the brim, I can guarantee you.
yes, and I'm expecting a full house for
Capacity
that.
crowd, sure.
Absolutely.
And the
Um,
atmosphere is second to none, guys. And I got to give credit to El Vino Tinto también, man. What a showing by the Venezuelan squad. And those guys really bring it too, man. Those guys, they had a game over here at Arlington, at AT&T Stadium, and those Venezuelan guys, they will travel and they will go support their squad, man. And what an atmosphere, what a vibe. So shout out to my Venezuelan peeps.
I'm okay with them. My mother-in-law's from Venezuela, so mixed feelings.
You have to be okay with
um, but yeah, definitely. That leads us into talking a little bit about Inter Miami.
it. Yeah,
Inter Miami's own Benjamin Kremaski ended up on the USA Olympic team. Diego
well
Gomez
deserved.
ended up captaining the Paraguay squad, and
Right.
Federico Redondo ended up as an alternate for Argentina.
Look at that.
Um, so three Inter Miami midfielders make the Olympics. The I think the Olympics opens up now on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, which is
Yeah, right around the corner,
Friday.
man. Right around the
Yeah.
corner in Paris.
Yes, yes, yes. And then the big news that broke today was the firing of Greg Berhalter from the U.S. men's national team. Tune in Thursday. Well, no, okay, let me rephrase that. Um, go back to our YouTube page and watch False Nine. Uh,
Because those guys are phenomenal. Mark, I'm sure, has got some lovely parting words for Berhalter.
yes,
Uh,
he does.
our man Byron Garcia does as well. So I called it. I called it, and we were going to show the graphic because I made one that said
Yes,
fired. And
yes.
tenía la cara pendejo que siempre tiene el tipo la cara como la pinga. Oh, I should have won that game, but I lost. And I had a great image picked out in the graphic, and it was beautiful.
It
But
just
yeah,
won't load correctly.
hey, it was only a matter of time. It wasn't whether it was going to happen or not. It was when was it going to happen. And I'm glad that they took action when they took action, because
Still 7 days too late, but whatever.
how many more U.S. national team greats is it going to take calling out the fucking the fucking team for them to finally say, okay, finito. Alexi Lawless did not shy away. Okay,
Oh, please. Alexi Lalas can go fly a kite. He was one of the main supporters from Greg Berhalter.
hey,
He's a panderer.
okay. What about Clint Dempsey?
That man has some credentials.
Okay, fine. Um, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I hope that's the start of moving in the right direction and really elevating the talent that we have, continuing to develop and really hopefully build a contender that can compete with the Spains and the Germanys and the Brazils and the Argentinas. We might never get
And,
there, but
and
let's take a step.
As Mark said yesterday, please, no MLS coaches, please get it right. This
Yeah,
team deserves, this country, this nation deserves
these fans.
so much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think that um it's folks, we're in the dead space of sports right now.
So
All
for us,
we have is
freaking a record for 36 minutes and 26 seconds and counting
yes,
is phenomenal.
we are in the dead time in sports.
Hey, let's talk
But
about the U. Let's talk about the U's schedule. We haven't talked
yes,
about the University of Miami and the schedule. And
Labor
hopefully,
Day weekend against the Florida Gators.
yeah, if you're able to bring it up on the screen, that would be phenomenal. Byron, don't know if you're capable of doing that, but
Not at the moment, but we're working on logistics to be able to get these graphics up.
yeah,
Um,
we're continuing to get better each and every show. We're only 2 episodes into this one, so expect some fuck ups moving forward, and then we're just gonna continue to get better.
yeah, no, the UM schedule is, I mean, it's okay. It's got some cupcakes early for sure. It's Let me see if I can pull it up here. It's Florida Labor Day weekend at the Swamp. Great first test. Then you have Florida A&M, Ball State, South Florida. Three cupcakes should be three wins. And then you start getting into the teeth of the ACC schedule. You have Virginia Tech, first year in Cal. I hate these new conferences.
Right? Can't
Louisville,
keep up
Florida
with them.
State. Uh
Can't keep up with the new conferences and the realignments. It's crazy.
oh, something we can talk about. Are you excited for Monday?
Monday.
Have no idea what I'm talking about.
No. Refresh. Remember, I slept.
Monday,
I've slept since then.
Monday, NCAA 25 drops.
Oh yeah, girlfriends, get ready. Your boyfriends are gonna be playing for a long, long time. Just get used to it. It's gonna happen. Yeah, my wife is lucky that I don't have a entertainment console. I mean, my son has a PS4, but yeah, that
It's
looks
dropping
really
for
really
PS4.
exciting. Huh?
It's dropping for PS4.
Okay, I might get it. I might do the download instead of getting the disc. Who does that
Oh,
anymore? Does anybody do the disc anymore?
I don't know. I pre-ordered it, downloaded.
Yeah.
Yes, we're setting up an online dynasty, my friends and I. So get ready for that. But yeah, dead time in sports. Not a lot going on. Um, we'll see you guys hopefully live next week. Trying to get those shows so that we can interact with our fans. Anything else that you want to bring up, Alex?
Yeah, man, just hit us up. Just hit us up on our socials. They're
And we have
scrolling
the
across the
scroll
bottom.
down there. The scroll.
Scrolling across the bottom. I'd be happy to take some suggestions if you guys want to hop on and share some of your takes about the Miami teams. We'd be happy to coordinate something like that. So we're all about bringing unique and different content. We don't want to be cookie cutter. We want to be unique. That's how we do it here. So hit us up on our socials, and we'll be happy to bring you on or open to suggestions, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have some interactive shows on the Dolphin Chronicles for the Dolphin games, and we will have interactive features coming up where the thought is for the fans to send us clips that we'll feature on shows. Slowly but surely, we're getting better at this. We're learning tips and tricks. We're getting better with the capabilities that we're able to do. So looking forward to that. Alex, where can they find you again on social media?
Right there, baby. TX underscore TSB. Mostly rage tweeting as of late, right? Because you're reacting to games. But every now and then you might be surprised. I might invest in like one of those memberships where I get like a little checky poo or something, and I can actually like edit tweets and write longer articles. I might invest in something like that. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
I'm an interesting follow at the very least, and a lot of very important people in the sports industry in the sports world follow me. So you should too.
Absolutely. You can find me at Paramount P on X. Remember, Monday nights we have the Dolphin Chronicles. Thursday nights we have False Nine, and Friday nights we have This Week in Miami. For KSN and everyone on our team, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Have a good one, guys.